Hey, it's Murder Garcia, and in this video, we're going to talk about a rarely used SEO hack that can greatly increase your business's visibility and get you more site traffic, and that's with Google My Business. Now, Google My Business is a free service. It's basically extremely important because if you run a local photography business, you're probably looking for local clients. Now, we're going to follow some of these steps, and you're going to see that just by following these, you can get thousands of views to your photos. You can get hundreds of site visitor clicks. And because it's based on proximity, this is much easier to basically get up and get in front of people than just the regular search results. So I'm going to show you why. So no kidding, if we look at this page and I turn on my mouse bar, you're going to see in here that no kidding, there's people in here with 40, this is a directory, 40 domain listings, 21, 13, 17, 14, 16, 11, 17, right? And if you're just starting out, or if your domain authority is lower, and right, this is a ranking from 0 to 100 that's given by Moz. It's almost like a guesstimate of how much you're trusted. Well, it might take you, a few months to get up here if you have a brand new website. And if you're on page 5, 6, or 7, you could be weeks or even months as well to get to the top. But look at this. There's no kidding, and this is actually highly competitive. This is one of my clients here, and while she is on page 1, we've gotten her on page 1, and she's about halfway up, she's also at the top of this, and you can see how much bigger this is. Now, the great thing about that is it's not hyper competitive. Okay, so let's look at something like New Jersey newborn photographer. So New Jersey newborn photographer. You can see that it's pretty competitive up here as well, but there's people in here that, no kidding, just have 8 reviews. They have no reviews. So how the heck are they getting up there and just kind of skipping the line by not having to wait, months or years to get to page 1 or even to the top result? Now, I'm going to walk you through that. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to come into Google and you're going to type in Google My Business. I'm going to sign in, but if you didn't have one, you're going to basically sign up for one. I'm going to sign in. Okay, so I've signed in. Now, this isn't old listing. This is for my old photography company. I'm using it as an example. So don't spam me. Don't send me mail. I don't live there anymore. But I use this as an example. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're literally going to scrub the entire thing. Now, if you didn't have one, you would have been forced to create one. It'll make you verify an address and you can get that postcard in the mail. There is a way, if you basically note that people don't come to your business, that you can get away without having to use a physical address, but I suggest using a physical address. So you're going to come in here to info, and you're going to come in here and you're going to fill out every single piece. I even suggest, you're not supposed to. You're only supposed to put your primary business name in there, but I suggest maybe even sneaking in your keyword. So I'm going to put in family photographer. And I might even put premier family photographer. I'm gonna hit apply. If somebody reports me, it'll probably be taken down. But to be honest, if other people are gaming the system, then I'm going to do it as well. Now, another thing you can do is you can come in here and, no kidding, find every single category that you can possibly fall under. Now, you can see that I've already gone through here and I've typed in photographer, portrait studio, and you can just keep going if it fits you and find which ones actually relate to your business. You're not going to find ultra specific ones like maybe newborn photographer or boudoir, but these should get you covered because it fulfills the intent. I also suggest coming in here and filling in the service area. That way, hopefully it improves and it lets Google know, hey, by the way, this company also services this area. And hopefully you'll start showing up in those local rankings as well. And look, of course, you can try to keyword stuff on your page and so on. But to be honest, if we have this tool from Google, why not just use it? Why not just go into the database that they use for their search results and put it in there, right? It's completely free and this takes all of 10, 20 minutes. I suggest that you make your business look a little bit more real by putting in work hours, and hopefully people will respect them and not call you at 3 in the morning. Put your website in there. If you have a contact page or you have some sort of scheduler, I suggest you put that in as well. You're also going to come into services, and what you're going to do here is you can come in here and basically put in all of your services, and this is your chance to write keywords in here. You can see you have 1,000 characters. You can leave the price empty, but let's just say you're a new baby photographer. You can put cake smash in there. You can put maternity, newborn. You can put milestone sessions. You can put 1-year birthdays. If you're doing boudoir, you can make the top section boudoir. Then you can do, couples, newborns, same sex. You can do intimate sessions, pinup, whatever the case is. It's really, really useful because you can put your keywords in there and basically tell Google, hey, by the way, when people are looking for these services, show them my result because I'm indicating that I fulfill these. Okay, so you're gonna keep going, and let's go. Sometimes you'll get attributes. I'm not really clear, depending on what kind of business it is or what you have on your website, it'll give you different options. So I've seen people with physical structures like in a building, it'll ask if it's wheelchair accessible, if there's restrooms and stuff. But for me, there's none of that. Next, this is where you're going to put your description in here. And you have about 750 words. I strongly suggest you write this for human eyes. You put your keywords in there, and you can see I clearly didn't write enough. I can keep going with that. But it's really cool because, hey, that's basically where I can put, 3 times my meta description here and make it even more clear, because obviously this is connected to my website. And when they're showing local results, because people are looking for local services, they're going to come through here and they're going to scan this, and hopefully you get put on the first page as well at the top of the 3-pack of maps at the top of the page. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to suggest that you add as many photos as possible. So you can see I've neglected this because I haven't been doing photography in a long time. But I strongly suggest you put in as many, pictures as possible. Make yourself look as legitimate as possible. Put pictures of yourself. Put pictures of your team, of your interior, exterior. You can even do video. Ask your customers to upload them. Put your logo in there. Upload it, and basically fill that out to the nines. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to create posts. Now, the cool thing is look, I've written a blog on this. So what I can do, and I suggest you do this, is look, if you've already written a blog, one thing that's really easy is you can come in here and just grab the first 1,000 words. Obviously, this is the lazy version of doing it. But you can come grab the first 1,500 words and just right at the bottom, just write something like, if you'd like to read more, click the button, right? And then no kidding, I'm going to add my image at the top. And I would just grab my URL, and I would just come in here, add a button, and say, learn more. And I'm going to come in here and put my link in there, and then I would publish it. And the cool thing is you can do this if you're running an event, if you're running an offer, hopefully you're not running any sales. But if you are, then no kidding, you can come in there and put them as well, along with your blogs, and you'd be surprised. At first, you might not see a huge impact, but you'll start seeing, you'll get 40, 50, 60 views from those posts, and you'll start getting some clicks and traffic to your website. And that's a really good indicator to Google if your people are clicking on that and they're reading that, hey, let's keep showing that. And you're just going to show up there more and more and more. So if you're writing weekly or bi-weekly or even monthly blogs, you can make sure to come in and put them in here. And last but not least, and by the way, before I get into reviews, you can no kidding come into the messaging. And there's so many cool things you can do in here. You can, set this up. You can come in here. I'm not going to suggest you build a website in here. Hopefully you do have your own website. But there's a lot of different areas, and just fill in every single nook and cranny and take a look around. Look at the insights. I also suggest getting as many reviews as possible. That means every time somebody's leaving your studio, or even afterwards if they haven't already done so, you're going to send reminders. You can even follow up with them, call them, and make sure that you're getting reviews. You can do this right after the session. You can do it during their ordering session. The most important thing is that you try to aim to get at least twice as many reviews as the person that's closest to you. So if somebody has 33, your aim is to get to 66. You see how much more impressive this looks than having none and having 4.4? So before you leave, hopefully you can leave a comment, and subscribe. And I want to hear from you. What did you improve on your Google My Business after watching this? And how many more reviews are you going to go get? I'll see you in the next one.